Hey everybody, it's Pam and Bill from Country Living Newbie Custom Decor in Spring Hill, Tennessee. And I apologize, we're a little bit late. It's our very first live on the Dixie Belle page, so we're super excited. Apparently, I might have been a little nervous, which I didn't think I was. We were on the wrong page starting our video, so much apologies, and we're glad you're here now. So we own Country Living Newbie Custom Decor. We're a husband and wife team in Spring Hill, Tennessee. We are a premier retailer for Dixie Belle paint, and we actually also have a location in an antique shop down in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee as well. We've been doing this for about 1.5 years, and one of the things I always want to make sure people get out of our videos is that, hey guys, thanks for joining, that this paint line is so easy. I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for 26 years. It's all I've ever done, and I started painting about 1.5 years ago. And this paint line has made it so easy for me to just pick up any product and get going with it. Amen. So we want to make sure that you feel the same way, and today it's going to be all about no pain gel stain. So before we do get started though, I want to remind everyone, like and share the video, and then as we go through, we're going to be showing you the 3 colors of the gel stain. Put your favorite color in the comments, and at the end we'll choose a winner to win a free 8-ounce jar of Dixie Belle paint in whatever color you desire. And there's 64 colors, so you're gonna have to start thinking about which one you want. Okay, so today we are doing no paint gel stain. It is one of the only, it may be the only Dixie Belle paint product that is oil-based. So we are gonna be using gloves today. If for no other reason, just the cleanup on your hands using an oil-based stain is just not easy. So the stain will make cleanup, the gloves will make cleanup a whole lot easier. So the stain comes in these pink cans, and there are 3 different colors, and they're gorgeous. All 3 of them are gorgeous. One is Walnut, one is Georgian Cherry, and one is Espresso. Personally, my favorite is Espresso, but now that I'm seeing all 3 together, I don't know, I love them all. So I've never used all 3 in one project. And what inspired this project was, have you all seen those palette walls that people are doing in their houses now, where all the palettes are different colors and it just looks so pretty on the wall? Well, we're going to be doing that to the top of our demo counter in our store. So we have this section in our store where clients and customers can come in and try any product that they want, and we do it right here on this table. And my husband Bill, who's behind the camera, so make sure you give him some love, give him a little heart, say hi to Bill. He's in his new Stetson hat today. He's a carpenter, so he builds things and I paint them, so we're a great husband and wife team. So he built this top that's going to go on this little counter, and we're not going to be doing this today, of course, but these are all joined by these little, you know how we are in Tennessee with our biscuits and gravy, right? Well, these are joined with little biscuits, they're called. So once this is all stained, we're going to sand it nice around the edges, and we're going to put it all together. So when you're getting ready to use a Dixie Belle product, especially for the first time, I always want to refer folks to using and looking at their how-to book. This book is amazing. So if you've never used a product before, oftentimes right on the actual can, it's going to tell you how to use it. You can also go to the book, look at your table of contents, and go right to that page, and it'll tell you all about your product. So these are great resources.
First question, what's the difference between this and the voodoo stain?
The voodoo gel stain, great question, is, and this is just 2 of the colors, the voodoo gel stain is water-based. So you're going to get a little bit more rich penetration of the wood and color with the oil-based stain. The voodoo gel stains also can act like a glaze, so you can use them after you've clear coated something and move them around nice and easy like a glaze. They can both be used on raw wood. They can both be used on something that's been previously stained or painted. I prefer to use these on raw wood just because the wood really accepts the stain really well.
Where do we get that instruction book from?
So your local Dixie Belle retailers normally carry those books. Generally they're free. We give ours free with a color card and the how-to book. So you can get them from your retailers. All right, so with the gel stain, so today we're going to be using the rag to put it on. You can use multiple things, a brush, a sponge, but we're going to use the rag. And we're not going to use this one, we're actually going to use my jumbo jar because I have a big old jar of the stain that we use quite a bit. And we're going to open them up. Now, gel stain is a thick stain. And I'll show you the consistency of it in just a minute.
It's almost like a gel.
Hey, that's why they call it gel stain. See how easy they make, see how easy they make things? Oopsie. This is the back of the top of the table, so I'm not going to worry too much about that.
So why did you do half of the wood on the back side a couple days ago?
So we did this a couple days ago because what I wanted to show you towards the end of the video is you can get different like penetrations of the stain and varying shades of the stain depending how much you layer it on and also how long you leave it on. So if you just want kind of a light stain, you can put it on and wipe it off immediately and it will give a nice color, but it'll be a lighter stain. If you want to get a little bit deeper, richer color, you can leave the stain on for a little bit longer and then wipe it off. You can also come back and do a second or third layer. So this is after one coat 2 days ago on wood. So what we'll do is we're going to flip this over, we're going to stain the wood, and then before we close, we'll come back to the first side and we'll put a second coat of something on and you can see how much darker and richer it gets. And I apologize, we have to kind of keep our stuff down here because we're working on the whole table today. So with these stains, you want to stir them up really well.
We have a question. I love the stain that's closest to you. What is that color?
Closest to me? This is the Georgian Cherry. Very pretty. It's like a, what do you think, like a rusty red?
Yeah, like a heavy red cedar almost.
Yeah, really pretty. So we're actually going to use that one first. We're going to flip these over. You can see where the little biscuit joiners go. Is that what they're called? Biscuit joiners?
Just little slots.
Biscuit slots?
Yep.
That's what's going to hold this table together once we're all done. So we're going to flip it over. You will not believe how easy this stain is to use. So remember, as you're looking at the video and seeing these colors, put in the comments what your favorite color is so we can draw a winner at the end. I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on now because I can tell this is going to get a little messy. And the reason we're using gloves is this is an oil-based stain. It can get kind of hard to get off your hands and to clean up, so this just makes it a little bit easier.
Explain the reason why we didn't glue the table up first.
Well, and you tell me if I'm right on this answer or not. This is
well, it has to do with the stain, doesn't
it?
Yeah,
so we want to make sure that when we glue it up, that the stain is, you know, we're going to have to kind of get in the edge. We don't have to do the whole inside, but we're going to have to do a little bit of this edge because when we get it up together, we don't want any of the regular wood showing through.
That, and imagine trying to, if this was glued up, imagine trying to get a straight line of stain. Each one of these,
different colors.
Each one of these being a different color would be next to impossible. Yeah. Even if you taped it.
We'd have a blended stain.
Yeah. Which also would be nice.
Speaking, maybe Brandy can do a blended stain. Well, you wouldn't want to put water with this though. This is an oil-based stain, so it's kind of thick. You can see it on the stick. It's barely even coming off. It does have a little bit of an odor, as all oil-based products do. It's not smell-o-vision. We do offer smell-o-vision when we do some of our lives. All right, so we're going to give it a good stir. And we're going to use a rag. And
This is going, we have a question. You said this was going to be a table. This is actually going to be the tabletop to this stand that we built, which is where Pam will do all of her videos. And
it's kind of our PlayStation in the store. So if you're ever in the Nashville or surrounding area, come see us. And if you want to try any of these great products, we have them all here for you to try.
And this will be the tabletop you'll be working on.
That's right. You can say, I know that top. Okay, so this wood, we lightly sanded this, and wiped it off. You don't want to have any sawdust or anything on there when you go to put your stain on. It should be nice and clean and dry. And I didn't take very much on there. Again, this product goes a really long way. So just a little bit on my rag. And you want to go with the grain. And I know you can't get this through the video, but this stuff goes on so smooth. I'm trying to think of what it's akin to, but it's just, it like glides on. And just when you think you're out, you're not. So just kind of keep going. And when you get these deep pockets here, you want to go a little heavy in there to make sure you get all the stain in. So I just kind of put a big dab in there. And this wood is going to have a lot of that.
And you may want to take a clean part of your rag after it's in there and then just soak up all the excess.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a long time for it to dry.
So that's a good segue, actually. So this stain, since it is oil-based, it can take up to 5 days to dry. So 3 to 5 days. If you're living in, you know, Florida, where it's very warm and humid, it could take a little bit longer. If you're in a dry part of the country, it could be a little bit quicker.
I have a question. Does it have a harsh smell like other stains? I think it has a bit of a smell to it. It's not harsh. It's just much more than the chalk paints.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing this inside, and I smell it. I'm not real sensitive to smell, so I can do it inside, and it doesn't bother me. But
it's not making us dizzy or anything.
Whoa! Hold on, guys. But if you are sensitive or have any respiratory issues, you definitely want to use this in a well-ventilated area. So again, this is going on beyond smooth. And we're just going to get the edge here too, so that way when we join these up, we're not going to see any of that plain wood there. So this is the Georgian Cherry.
It's probably because of the light. It's a little light over here.
Yeah, it does look a little light. So you can go back over spots. Now this is still wet. I just put it on. It'll dry to the touch pretty quick, but it's not really going to dry up for a couple days. So if I come back and I leave that there for a little bit, that stain is going to soak into the wood, and it'll make it a little bit darker. Now you have to be careful. You don't want to go right over something that's still wet, right, and wipe it right back, because you're probably going to wipe off what you're actually trying to put on. So just be careful with that.
What's great about the gel stains is how forgiving they are. Like I used to use a lot of the typical stains that you get from the box stores when I do a lot of my carpentry. And you have to be a lot more concerned about how long it stays on the piece of wood. And then you have to worry about the piece of wood too, because they absorb stain differently. But this stuff is very, very forgiving.
Look guys, I'm a nurse and I can do a lot of things, but I've never painted or stained until a year ago. And this stuff makes it so darn easy. It's almost foolproof. All right, so next, on the next board, we're gonna use Espresso. So this is like a dark chocolatey, like a coffee bean brown. And again, you can see the consistency of it. It's very thick, so you want to give it a good stir. So the first one was Georgian Cherry. Now we're doing Espresso. We're going to grab a different rag. We're going to keep our same gloves on.
Why use a different rag?
Well, the stain on the other rag is still pretty wet, and we're actually going to we have a different rag for each stain. You just don't want to mix the colors. I mean, unless you want to mix the colors. Right,
you'll end up striping or getting all of a sudden a red in the dark. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you want to do that.
All right, so the next color is Espresso. And remember, like and share and put your favorite color into the comments. And we're gonna pick a winner at the end for a free 8-ounce jar of paint. So I have to ask this, it's the day after St. Patrick's Day, Did anyone call in sick today? And if so, what did you use as your excuse? Or did anyone get into any shenanigans that they want to care to share? We didn't. We were. What did we do yesterday? We were open yesterday. We were well behaved yesterday. Yeah, we were here. We're always here.
We're always here.
Monday is actually our one day off, so we're open every day but Monday. So Monday we save for doing our videos and having our paint classes.
Driving to Georgia to one of our suppliers.
Yeah, we drove to Georgia and back right before this video. I was like in a panic the entire time. I wasn't in a panic over the video. I was in a panic getting back in time to do it. Bill's like, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. You know, you're going through the mountains and through Chattanooga and you just never know. Okay, so
there's another one of those spots that it's a little, you know, it's got some dimples in it and some of the raw wood. Yeah, a little heavier in there. Perfect.
And look how the grain is showing on this wood. This stain is amazing. It's absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. And then there's the wood.
Ah. See why we make such a good team? Oh, I just got that color on that board.
Nice. Good safety tip.
Yeah.
That's why we did that.
Okay.
Saturday was my B-Day, and yesterday is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, you had a fun-filled weekend, yes? Happy birthday. Anybody else have a birthday over the weekend or do something cool for St. Patrick's Day?
Here's a question, too. With our videos, we've played around with the lighting so much.
Oh, good question.
Trying to get it so everyone can see properly. Can everyone see with the lighting we have?
Yeah, if you joined, well, we joined late, number one, because we were on the wrong page, which I just said to myself, I'm not going to do that on my first video, and I did it. But Dixie Belle's so wonderful, I gave him a call. I'm like, where am I supposed to be? So Natalia helped me, thank you very much. Okay. I forget what I was saying about that, but anyway, that's typical. All right, so the third color we're going to use is Walnut, and I'm going to just use it out of this big jar. It looks a little different. It's I think this is a quart, yeah.
All right, people are saying the lighting is good.
Yay, thank you guys. Yeah, we went to the Dixie Belle Paint Conference a couple weeks ago in Florida and learned so much, and as soon as we got back, I said to Bill, we got about 100 things we got to do. We need to rearrange our paint display, we need to change our lighting. Poor guy. He's used to it.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. All right, so this one is Walnut.
Hello from Tennessee. We're from Tennessee.
Yeah, whereabouts? Where are you from, Tennessee? We're in Spring Hill. A little bit south of Nashville.
So just to confirm, this is which color?
This is Walnut.
Walnut.
This is Walnut, and I'm getting kind of close here. Thanks. Yeah, the problem about doing a tutorial on your own demo station tabletop is you're using your tabletop that you usually demo on. Yeah, this is just a nice rich brown. It's not as dark as the Espresso, but very pretty.
I'm going to do something here. Just, oops.
You ruined my project.
No.
You ruined it.
Go back to it.
So again, this stuff, you have some time. It moves very easily. If you spill it, it's just an easy go back over it and clean it on up. This is one of the easiest products to use. And again, once you think your rag is like dry, it's not. I mean, you can really just keep going.
Is that another person who had a birthday on St. Patrick's Day?
Another one? Another happy birthday?
Well, and I apologize. I can't keep up with everyone's.
I told Bill again, if you joined late like we did, number one, thank you for joining.
Yes, you can use a brush.
Yes, so you can use a chip brush.
A brush for application, but it still should be rubbed into the wood.
Yeah.
With a rag.
Yeah, you can put it on with any of these, but like most stains, you need to kind of rub it into the grain. What was I going to say? Saying something. I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't listen to you.
You're supposed to read my mind, right? Okay, so there's our 3 colors. We have, again, Georgian Cherry, Espresso, Walnut. So like and share and put your favorite color in the comments, and at the end of the video we're going to pick a winner for a 8-ounce jar of Dixie Belle paint, any color you want. What are you guys' favorite color? It's hard to decide.
Everybody's been commenting on the colors.
It's hard. I mean, they're just...
Espresso, I think, seems to be a favorite.
Yeah.
The dark wood.
That's one of my favorites. All right, let's go back.
I actually like the Georgian Cherry. Oh, somebody likes walnut.
Walnut? Yay, 1 vote for walnut.
No, there's plenty.
More? All right, we're going to go back. Put some more of this on. So we get some questions about sealing. Not a seal.
Oh.
Bill does impressions too. So maybe if we're lucky or unlucky, you might call it. He'll do one for us. I promise he won't do Gilbert Godfrey because that one's really loud.
What about Bobcat Goldthwait?
Oh, that one's loud too. Who's a good one? I don't know. Is there one I haven't heard? No, probably not.
No, probably not. You've heard them all.
Yeah. So we do get questions about what kind of sealer to put over this or top coat.
This is why a lint-free rag is probably best.
I think that was on the drop cloth. So you can use Dixie Belle's top coats on this. Remember that all their top coats are water-based, and this is an oil-based product. So you'll really want this to be dried up probably 3 to 5 days, 3 days minimum, I would say, depending on what your climate's like. But you can put Dixie Belle's top coats over this. And again, it does have a little bit of a smell. So if you're have any respiratory issues, make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. We're inside. It's not overpowering, but it's there. It's not a water-based product, so it does carry a little bit of an odor with it. And we got a big hole there.
And just to let everybody know again, we are from Spring Hill, Tennessee.
So
south of Nashville.
We moved to Tennessee three years ago, and we moved from Spring Hill, Florida. And now we own a shop. I'm going to change my gloves here. We own a shop in Spring Hill, Tennessee. So the first couple times we would do videos, I'd come on and be, hey everybody, it's Pam and Bill from Country Living Newbie in Spring Hill, Florida. And like all my friends watching the videos would be like, Florida? You're in Tennessee now. So it just rolled off the tongue so easily. So, but we are in, our shop is in a home built in 1856. It is a beautiful old home. It's got so much character. I mean, just if you're into like old homes, you need to come see us and check this place out.
All right, we got someone who says we should put those pieces together for a tabletop. That's exactly what we're doing.
That is, yep.
That is so fantastic idea.
These have, I guess they're on this side. Yep. So there's some slots there that we're gonna have some biscuits and gravy joiners in there.
Just biscuits.
Yep. So this is going to be the top to actually the table that we're working on right now. This is our demo station in our store. And we thought, why not put some Dixie Belle paint products on it?
Bonnie says, you're a good nurse. You're changing your gloves between your patients.
Yeah. I didn't wash my hands, though. I know. I'm amazed at how many retailers for Dixie Belle do maybe still do work as nurses or were nurses or were in healthcare. Bill was a respiratory therapist for, what, 20 plus years? And that's the reason we came to Tennessee, was a job transfer that I got. And within a year and a half, we were in a booth selling Dixie Belle paint, and Bill was making some things, some farm tables, and last year we decided we're quitting our jobs, we're done. So now we're working harder than ever. But we get to come to work together. You know, it's just, this has been life-changing, honestly. In many ways. In many ways.
Now, on this particular tabletop, eventually it will be a tabletop, we're not doing the edge grain, but maybe we'll do just one.
Yeah.
Just because it is a little different when you do the edge of a board as opposed to the top of a board.
Yep.
The absorption is completely different.
And how are we doing on time?
It's, I don't know, half an hour.
Half an hour? Okay. All right, we're going to do our last board with the walnut.
You're a little light right in here. But we can fix that.
Yeah, we can fix that. I'm going to go on to the next one, I think.
Okay.
And then we'll
Are we changing gloves again?
Yeah, you know what? I kind of mixed a couple of the colors by what was wet on my gloves. So...
Thank you, Amy. She loves our story.
Yeah, it's we
hopefully we'll survive.
Hey, if you know, once a nurse, always a nurse. So, but you know, what's nice about this is we've used a lot of what we learned in healthcare, in just dealing with people and the public in our store. So, I don't know. It was definitely a blessing to have done that all those years.
Janice asks, why is that? And I guess I'm not sure.
Why is what, Janice?
Why is what? I want to answer the question. I don't understand the question.
I don't understand. I need more information. Need more information. So at the end of the video, if I can, I will put my link in the comments to order any Dixie Belle products. If you have a local retailer, please support your local retailer. They are a wealth of knowledge, and I know you guys hear this on these videos, but you will learn so much by going and just chatting with one of your local retailers.
All right, she wants to know why the absorption rate is different on the edges. We'll explain that when we get to the edges.
Good question. That's a Bill question.
That's a Bill question. And it has to do with the fibers of the wood.
That's why we make a good team, because if...
There was also another question that was... it was a while back and I forgot about it.
If we miss your question...
can we use this over other stains?
Yeah, yes. So the Voodoo gel stain and the No Pain gel stain can be used over other stains. You won't get the rich absorption like you do on raw wood. It'll be better if you use the oil-based No Pain gel stain over another stain. But yes, they both can be used. They
can't be used over something that's been polyurethane, though.
Yeah, you're just not going to get
because the polyurethane prevents it from being absorbed. So you'll basically put it over a piece that's been polyurethaned and you'll just wipe it right off. What you have to do there is sand it down to at least get all the polyurethane or the varnish or whatever coating that you have on it. And then you can apply your stain.
Yeah.
It may not be the exact color because now you're blending colors.
And you know what? Do what we do. Give it a try. It may be.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, some of our best kind of, oh, I'm not sure that turned out like I thought it was, come out really, really good. Especially with patina. You guys got to try patina. Okay, so we're going to go to we're just going to do the edge of this one. So is it easier to put it on with a brush on the edge because it's thicker? Or do you...
It really doesn't matter. It depends. This is a nice clean cut, so I think this will do just fine. If you had a piece of wood that was a rough cut, and the reason we're not doing the end grain here is because once this table is glued together, I'm going to cut the edges off and then we'll do the end grain.
And so you want to make sure when you're doing the end that you come back, right, and you wipe the top.
Yeah.
Because that stain will sit on the edge and it'll be real dark.
So this isn't lighting. You can see, just hold it right there. It's so much darker.
Yep.
And that's because it's like the end of a brush. Your brush has bristles that are all smashed together. Think of the wood as that. The grain is going left and right or back and forth on the top, but the bristles of your brush are out here, and that collects. That's going to absorb a lot of stain quickly. So that's why it's so much darker there.
Okay, so I think what we're going to do
and I'm sorry, here's one more thing that you should really... You can really see the scratches in here.
Yeah.
Scratches are really hard to see sometimes. When you're sanding something down, I would always recommend using a wet rag, going over your piece of wood that you want to stain. That will bring out any scratches. Because this is a tabletop for projects, we're not going to worry about it too much. But as soon as you put stain on it, you can see the scratches going left and right. So we should have taken care of that prior.
Okay, so we're going to go back real quick, and I flipped over the board that we did yesterday. So it looks pretty, almost exact to the ones we did today.
Pretty close. Again, consistency of color, very nice.
So if we go back over this now,
this is our second coat.
This is our second coat. So we can go back over it. We can wipe it back, immediately again. We can let it sit to let that stain really penetrate and get a little bit deeper color. But look at the color difference. And so this is, yeah, I know, I'm getting so close. So I don't know if you can maybe see it here. But, so this is coat number 2. So you can layer this stain if you want a darker color, which I probably will. I really like the Espresso when it's super, super dark. It's almost like an ebony. It's almost black. It's so pretty. And I want to make sure I have some good contrast between the Walnut and the Espresso. And if you recall from the beginning of the video, the inspiration for this was those palette walls that you see that people do, and the palettes are all different colors and it looks real rustic. I wanted to have that look on the top of our table, which is probably going to be covered with a drop cloth anyway, but we'll know what's under there.
We had a question, did we sand this first? Which we did,
yep.
But I left a pencil mark on...
Whoopsie.
Right there.
So I think I sanded that against the grain.
You sanded it against the grain, which ended up making scratches, which is fine, no big deal. Right
before the video, we flipped over the boards and I went, honey, we forgot to get...
all about taking the...
We forgot all the pencil marks, so we got our erasers and our sandpaper out. We just started sanding and erasing. So, which probably would have covered a little bit, but...
Question, what kind of sealer do we recommend now?
So it depends what your piece is going to be used for. Remember, this is a oil-based product, so all Dixie Belle's sealers, our top coats, are water-based. So this has to dry a good 3 to 5 days before I would put a water-based product over it, but you can use any of their clear coats or gator hide. We'll probably just use like a flat clear coat because this is going to be covered. If I was going to be having it exposed and maybe it was going to be a coffee table, I would use something a little bit tougher. But just remember the time frame if you're going to use a water-based sealer on top of it. I mean, you can maybe talk about using an oil-based poly over it. But to stick with Dixie Belle products, just wait a couple days. Probably three minimum. If you're in Florida, maybe longer.
Depends on the humidity.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yep.
So we're asked if we're going to put a trim piece around this, and the answer is no. This is just going to be a basic tabletop for our workstation. In fact, most of the time, it's probably going to have a drop cloth over it.
I don't know, though. It's very pretty. Okay, so we're going to start looking at picking a winner. So be sure and or wow or love or however you want to show your expression for our video. We would love it for you to go to our Country Living Newbie Custom Decor page. And I can't remember if I put that in the description or not because I had to quickly jump over to this page. But our Facebook, we're on Facebook and Instagram and all over social media, Country Living Newbie Custom Decor in Spring Hill, Tennessee. And we'd love for you to like our page and put your favorite color of gel stain in the comments. And
let's go over which ones they are again.
Is Dixie Belle on?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we pick a winner? Winner, chicken dinner?
How do we pick a winner?
You scroll through randomly
I don't know how to scroll through on this. This is an iPhone. I don't know how to use this thing.
Bill's a Samsung guy.
I'm a Samsung person.
Okay.
So once again, we've got Walnut. Can't see it. Georgian Cherry. There we go. And again, can't see
Espresso.
it. Espresso because the light's a little bit. Oh, that's better. So again, let's go over which ones they are. This is the Georgian Cherry.
It's got that red tint.
This is the Espresso, and this is the Walnut.
Yep.
All right. So should I hand this to you, or
can you see Dixie Belle's comments? Maybe they can help us pick a winner, or do we pick a winner? Can we do it after the video? Might take a minute for the comment to come up.
Yeah.
And we'll go back through and we'll check the comments. And if we haven't answered anything, we'll make sure we get you an answer in there.
Thank you, Sherry, for finding our page and liking it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, a lot of people are liking Walnut now all of a sudden.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Rose. I like the Georgian Cherry, too. I think that's my favorite.
All right. So we give everyone ample time to throw in a favorite color.
Shared an Espresso. Thank you.
Okay.
And another Walnut.
All right. Since Bill is iPhone challenged, and I don't want to screw anything up by coming behind the camera.
We'll do it later.
We will, as soon as we end, we will pick a winner, and we'll let you know. When you are notified that you are a winner, you need to message Dixie Belle on their page with your name, your phone number, your address, your email address, and then your favorite color that you would like them to ship to you. So 64 colors to choose from, so start thinking about which one you want. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck to the winner, and we'll let you know shortly.
We had a good time. Hope everyone else did too.
Yeah, we'll see you again in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Bye now.